Hi, hello, how are you? I am pretty good. So yesterday I was talking about how I wasn't really sure of like what to do because it was like I have ideas now for like of kind of, I don't know, I don't want to script these videos at all still, and they're still gonna be very randomized, and like I'm still gonna post daily and there's still gonna be more vlogs like covering what I did in the day, but because I'm not doing a lot and lately I've just been like, I'm really tired and stuff like that, I wanted to try and shake it up. So I wrote myself a list of things that make me happy in this book that I have had since, ignore the cover, since like third grade. It was like in a party favor thing from my friend's party, and I just still haven't really used it. I even had plans, I was gonna make this like a summer journal when I was 16, and I did not, I guess. Or if I did, but I don't think I actually wrote anything because I usually keep a lot of the stuff that I've written over time, just because sometimes there's interesting stuff in there. It's neat to like look back. I wanted to talk about some small things that make me happy because I've been really tired lately and the sun is out today, so I feel much better. And even aside from that, I don't know, I'm like, I kind of want to do this, and then actually my original idea was to do a list of things that kind of piss me off. So I might do a pet peeve list also sometime. We'll see what happens. And I am mostly going to use this to prompt myself because otherwise I will forget what I'm talking about. But yeah. And as for to get what I did today, I guess kind of out of the way, I woke up and I played Animal Crossing. I watched some YouTube videos, and yeah, that's kind of all I've been doing still. Not great on my part. But I cooked also. I cooked today, I think. Did I cook? No, I didn't cook today. I just had cold food. And I really want to go longboarding tonight, so I'm hoping actually that I can film this and get this scheduled to post for 7 o'clock, and then, I mean, if it's there at 7, go me, I guess, apparently. Well, it'll be there at that time regardless, but ideally around 7. I won't be here, I'll be out longboarding and having some fun because the weather is finally good enough. So yeah, this is a list of things that make me happy. I love when cats meow. I know that the sound bothers a lot of people, and sometimes it's kind of annoying, but I don't really hate it. I kind of love that sound. My cat Apollo, he's a little bit of a whiner. He'll be in the house just wandering around crying for no reason, and I'll just be like, meow, meow. And he also does a lot of meow. It's so cute though. I love him. Even though he's a freaking whiner. And then Artemis, my other cat, she doesn't really meow properly. She just kind of goes I call her Squicker because she just kind of squeaks at you, and it's really cute, except for when they're being given a bath. Then Artemis is a friggin' howler, meow. You would think she was friggin' in heat or dying or some shit, but I don't know. I like when cats meow. And also, oh my god, when you go up to them when they're sleeping and you just gently pet their head and then they go, oh, it's so cute. I actually really like when my cats meow. And they cry some, but I don't know. I'm such a heavy sleeper that it doesn't really annoy me because I don't get woken up by it either. I like when the sky is pretty colors. So I will forever be that girl who when the sky is pink and purple and orange, I get really happy. I love sunrises and sunsets. They're always, I don't know, something about them. They're just friggin' pretty. But I also love the color pink. I did have kind of one of those mini phases growing up. I was just pencil case. I did have one of those phases growing up of pink is so girly. I'm not like that. I'm not like other girls and shit like that. I guess to be fair, when I was younger, pink wasn't really my favorite color. It was for a while, but then it stopped being my favorite color because it was maybe it was just too much or something. I don't know. But it stopped being my favorite color. And my favorite color was purple for a while. And then I gravitate to blue, but I never say it's my favorite color, you know what I mean? I have a lot of blue stuff, but I also have a lot of pink. But I also like how you have to like catch the sunset at just the right moment, but sometimes there's like almost like creamsicle orange, and I love that color too. I really like the color orange, but it's hard to find good shades of orange. I also like the aesthetic of like neon lights, so like the 80s like retro neon stuff, like vaporwave and stuff like that. Kind of cringe, but I actually kind of like it. Like, it's only cringe because like a lot of people, I guess, that I think are really into it, like, I don't know, they're kind of annoying about it, if that makes any sense, or it's like some edgy thing and I'm like, it's not edgy, it's just I like looking at the pretty lights. Like, I am a sucker for pretty stuff. I like fairy lights, I like twinkling stars. I know that a lot of them are fake, but I like the artificial galaxy pictures where like you'll get like a nebula or something and it's like blue and purple. Like, there's a whole website actually where you can go and you like create your own galaxy. It's very like soothing and very calming as well, just to like watch the colors appear in the middle of this, like out from nothing. It's just very pretty. The feeling of like rereading a book that you really like your favorite book, right? And then, or like after you finish a book and then rereading it and seeing all of the foreshadowing spots because you already know the twist at the end, but being like, oh shoot, that was a clue, or like just subtle nods or like little ironies in the beginning of the book that like later on you're all like, that's kind of like, I don't know, that kind of thing makes me really happy, that last draft feeling. And it's when, like, I don't know, anybody that is creative will know what I'm talking about or has done anything creative. And it's just when you finally finish and you're finally like happy with it and you're satisfied and it's done, you don't need to spend like any more, like you don't need to edit it anymore. It's like, it's finished, it's done. I'm of the mentality that there's always going to be things that I'm gonna want to change in my work, but at a certain point when you're editing, you start to work in circles, and nothing is better than like kind of stopping yourself or even realizing once you're kind of starting to go in circles that like, you're like, you know what? No, I'm happy with this the way that it is right now, and it's done. Also, just when you're done writing and you print it off and the paper's still warm from the printer, and then you take it and then you hand it into your professor and it's like, it's done. It's done. Nothing beats that, it's done. And like being proud of something that you made. When you're reading for hours on end and then you like look up from your book or something, or like you're almost to the end or you're like halfway through, and so you look up and you check the time and then you suddenly realize it's been hours and you're like, oh, cool. When you just get lost in the pages and you stop, I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but for me, a lot of the time when I'm reading books, I stop seeing the words and I start like seeing what's happening in my brain. Like, I just picture it. It's like you're watching something play out in front of you. When I wake up in the morning, and if I wake up naturally, and that is for most people, but I also really like actually when the sun is on my face in the morning. And when I like open my eyes and like, or like even just sitting there for a couple seconds and like the sun is just warm on your face and you just like take a minute and then you like slowly get up and you stretch and you do all of that good stuff. Man, I'm a morning person, but I'm also an evening person because I also like to go on like the late night when you're hanging out with some friends, right? Like, that's why I had a lot of fun on Wednesday when I was with a couple buddies, just because like we went out on a walk, and then that is always like my favorite thing to do, is just going out and just that adventuring. I don't know, like just going out into the world with someone and you're just on an adventure, don't know where you're gonna go, you're just out there going places. I don't know, I like that feeling. I like it a lot. I like the smell of garlic in the kitchen. Like, I like the smell of a lot of spices. I like the smell of rain. And I like the feeling and smell of like laundry fresh out of the dryer. Oh boy, that is good stuff. When I'm writing music, or even writing a story and stuff like that, when you finally like find the thing that clicks, especially though for music, when I finally find, like, I'll have a couple chords and then I'm like, yeah, but there's something missing. Like, I need something else in the middle to like get it, you know? Like, I'll be like, it's okay, but it's missing something. That je ne sais quoi, you know? And it's usually a missing chord because I don't follow chord progression rules. I just kind of go at it, or I steal chord progressions from already existing songs. But I don't like, I don't know, it's a feel-good feeling when you finally find that thing that like makes it click, that like brings it all together. When you give someone a gift, right? And anytime, like whether it's like a surprise gift, but even like Christmas or their birthday and stuff like that, and like going out, I love gift shopping a lot of the time actually, because I just like thinking about like, oh, they're gonna love this, like I love doing that kind of stuff. And then, but also actually getting to give people stuff or like do things for people, and then, but like giving gifts specifically, it's so, I don't know, it makes me so happy when you get to see like someone's face light up and you see them grin and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you, and stuff like that. Like it's, I don't know, I love that stuff. Really fun to give Kathy gifts because no matter what you give her, she's always all like, awesome, thank you. And it like, but not even like that. Like it's just, she's genuinely happy, and that makes it very like, yeah, like it's really, she's the easiest person to shop for because I know that she's gonna like almost whatever I get her, and then I can just get her something that I think is really sick, that I think she's gonna like. Driving and just like relaxing and like feeling the music come through the speakers, it's just nice. Driving is nice. I would totally be one of those people. Like, people always made fun of, like, back in old times when people had nothing to do, the family would all get packed up in the car and then they would go out because there was nothing else to do back then. I'm into that still. Like, I'm down. That does sound like a good time. I agree. I love the smell, but also the taste of fresh muffins or, like, fresh baked goods in the morning, but like with a little bit of real butter. Like, it's not the same if you use margarine or like that fake stuff. If you cannot eat real butter, I'm so sorry, because it's just not the same. Truly, it's not. Like, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of the time in recipes or cooking, you can substitute butter for margarine and it's not a big deal because it's more of a texture thing than a flavor thing. But with baked goods, you need butter. Like, my parents have a bread making machine at home, and I kind of want to steal it from them, low-key, just because, like, they haven't used it in a while, and I want fresh bread in my house. But nothing, like, when Dad would bake bread, that was always so fucking awesome, because there would be a loaf of bread in the house, finally, but also when it was fresh out of the thing, and like he would slice some up, and then you could put butter on it, and especially when it was like right fresh and it was still warm, and you would like, so good, and the butter would just melt right into it. Delicious. But also we could, because it was homemade, and then he would cut it like really thick slices, like about probably this thick, like beasts of bread, and then you would put that in the microwave. You would put like a little bit of butter on it, and then you would put that in the microwave. Very, very, very tasty. Same thing with muffins. Dad used to make muffins in the morning before school sometimes, like using the instant mix a lot of the time, but sometimes he would like add something extra. Like if there was the plain, like there's the plain banana bread muffins, but then he would like throw in some, I don't know, like chocolate chips or whatever to like spice it up, you know, that kind of thing. And whenever he made those, and then like you would cut the muffin in half, like so separate the top and the bottom, usually for me, because that was way faster than trying to like take it out the wrapper and then cut it down the middle. It's too much work. Just do it in the middle. And then put like just the littlest bit of butter in there, and then like squish them so that the top and bottom makes the butter even meltier. so good. I want muffins. Oh my god. I might, like, my mom is coming to visit on Tuesday, so maybe I'll ask her if her and dad can bake me a loaf of bread and bring it to me, because I'm kind of craving that homemade stuff. It just hits different than like store-bought. So yeah, that was my list of things that make me happy. This video got so much longer than I thought it would be, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it, you know? Who cares? Ain't no thing. It ain't no thing. It was, I don't know, this was really fun to make, so I think I'm gonna start doing more stuff like this. I have a couple of other ideas that I kind of want to do and try, so yeah. That brings me to leave a like if you can, subscribe because I post new videos like this every single day, and I post new covers every 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Okay, bye-bye.